Episode 75 is 75. I mean, I didn't really know even what to call it, even if I wanted to call it. It's just what it is. 75 of the Rewind, brought to you by Global Sports Entertainment 3. The captain, the host, and the person that's responsible for tonight to make sure this plane and this ship sails smoothly across the Atlantic, as this will be season 2's finale as we prepare for our hiatus, I should say, for the month of August. But we got a lot to talk about. Got some great guests coming through. Thank you for them blessing us with their presence. Of course, I would have loved to have been home in the East Wing, but duty calls, and it required me to be here tonight, which is all right. We're not going to stop this from happening because it's going to happen one way or another. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Thank you for all the love and support that you got the shows on all of our social media platforms. If you haven't, please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel at 31_GSC3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at 31_GSC3. Yes, I am in office today. I would say office studio, but it is saying the studio. It's a conference room. But, each and every opportunity I'm here, I just got to make the most of it. But it's all good. We're still going to end on 75 on a good note. 75, that's right, 75. It's been a long journey since September. We didn't do any breaks this year. I know we did one last year after the holiday break, but it's been all gas, no breaks. And we're going to make sure we end this thing on a right note. Thank you. We're continuously growing on all of our social media platforms. And it's all thanks to you, the people who like, subscribe, share, retweet, repost, comment, everything. All thanks to you. And this is the beauty of the journey and things that just bring me joy. And our two guests tonight were gracious enough to kind of work with the scheduling of how normally this works. I know normally we're on at 9 p.m. Eastern time, but we're going a little bit more late today. But that's okay. I can do that because it's episode 75 and it's a season finale. And personally, it's going to be great one way or another. So house cleaning, I'll wait till my guests come on before I do that. But I just want to give a happy birthday shout out to my dog, Tiago. Been best friends since 6th grade. Happy birthday, T. Appreciate you and all you have done for me in my life, as well as, do I have anything else birthday-wise? Yeah, Chief Sally. Happy birthday, brother. His birthday was last week, as he is preparing for retirement as Chief Police of Maplewood, becoming the first Black chief to retire on his own terms. And also he was the first Black chief for Maplewood Township in the police department. So all grace to the good Lord for him. And thank you for all you've done for your career in law enforcement over 27 years. And we like to give praise to those who have done and did the work and pour into people who pour into you. He's been good to me and vice versa. So thank you. All right, let's get our first guest in here because we got business to take care of. And I'm trying to make sure that business gets taken care of because got to respect people's time. But if you don't know, our first guest tonight on episode 75 by the name of Amaya Ruiz, Cuban, 100%, half and half Cuban, half Black. I got that right. Is a rising junior marketing major, sports administration minor at Howard University from Peachtree City, Georgia, by the way of Montgomery, Alabama. Currently a WNBA partnerships and marketing intern through the NBAxHBCU Fellowship. She has also worked with the Washington Wizards, the brand architects, an agency focused on branding current and former NFL players around their passions, who they are as people, Special Olympics, and more. Passionate about uplifting the voices of unprecedented athletes, strategic branding, storytelling, and innovative marketing initiatives. Now it's my honor and privilege to welcome for the first time, and it damn sure will be the last time, here on season 2 of episode 75 of The Rewind, it's Amaya Ruiz. Amaya, I'm so grateful and gracious enough you were able to work with me on the scheduling, and I'm more even excited that you were here to join me tonight because we got a lot to talk about, but it's good to see you, Black Queen.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Amaya Ruiz. Thank you so much for
Did I say Ruiz? I'm thinking about my 7th grade teacher. Right. I'm thinking about my 7th grade. And we talked about this before.
He did. And you remembered. You
want me to start over?
We can. I would love to hear my name right. But no, thank you.
Miss Ruiz, I am sorry. Ruiz, I'm sorry.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so excited for this opportunity and really just talking more about my passions and like conversating with you and our other guests as well. I'm really excited.
You really excited?
I am.
I'm excited you here.
Thank you for having me.
I told Chris you were coming. I was like, man, she's got the it. I mean, she's passionate. She knows what she's doing.
Thank you so much.
And look, I'm just blessed you are here because I've been fortunate enough to have a bunch of different women in sports that have come through this platform to bless me with their presence. And it's good to know I have one more, or well, two more that will be here tonight to end with, because I could have done this by myself. I could have ended this thing by myself. And I thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll end this, let it be just an episode by myself where I just do a bunch of things, talking different, gratitude, appreciation, etc. I say, you know what? I can't do that. I need to do this the right way. And I want to bring people together because it's all about connecting, uplifting, and pushing people to reach their goals. And I was like, you know what? If I can get one, I knew I can get two. I was like, all right, then I was like, maybe I'll bring them on in September when I return. And I was like, nah, hell no, fuck that. We got to get them on tonight. So,
Yep.
Good Lord. I'm happy you're here. It's going to be a great time.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Our second guest we have is another great Black queen, woman in sports by the name of Reiven Douglas, is a Quinnipiac University in North Carolina A&T State University graduate who is currently interning with ESPN. Before ESPN, she was a sideline reporter for the Aggies basketball programs and the football team, and is currently the host of her podcast called The Journey, which we'll talk about more here tonight on episode 75. But it's my great honor and privilege. She was just amazed by the lower thirds and the graphics. Shout out to Pat, who takes care of her each and every week. She was like, how y'all do it? How y'all do it? How y'all do it? How y'all do it?
I got it. It's okay. I got it.
Reiven is here. Join us, episode 75, season 2's finale. Reiven, what's good?
Hey, thank you for having me.
Good for you to be here. How y'all do it? How y'all can you are y'all like that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you doing? Living the dream.
I wouldn't say all that. I'm as my grandma used to say, I'm raggedy, but I'm around.
Oh.
Raggedy.
Okay.
I raggedy around. But it's gonna be a great episode. I appreciate you too, Reiven. I said it privately, and one thing I pride myself in is saying things publicly. But I appreciate, of course, Amaya and you working with me to scheduling to make sure we get this plane off the ground and make sure this plane lands on time. Because I do know I'm going fishing tonight. I don't know if y'all knew that. I got the boat fired up. I got the fishing rods on there, the cooler with all the alcohol in it. Chris is coming. I mean, we're gonna have a good time. I mean, Chris is in Canada, but I'm in Jersey, and my first stop is to Canada to pick him up, and then shoot over. We got it all mapped out. It's gonna be a great time.
I'm glad you have it figured out, because I'm not seeing you. But as long as you got it figured out and y'all gonna get it done, y'all gonna get it done.
Y'all gonna be straight. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, look, it gonna be nothing but alcohol, music, women. We gonna have a good time. Yeah. Well, minus the women part because Chris is married, and I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm not looking for any trouble.
Y'all don't need to be going together.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, we just gonna cancel it. We gonna tell them we not interested anymore. They were trying to charge us a fee anyway. We were like, yo, to come on a boat, they're crazy. They wanted like $1,500 a piece. I'm like, that's rent.
I didn't need to be going.
Yeah, I mean, we still gonna have a good time regardless. But before we get started with tonight's episode, I saw something earlier today, and I know I wanted to pick you guys' brains about it because you both were obviously two HBCU alums, or current HBCU with Amaya Howard and Reiven, of course, being an HBCU alum. And I saw this earlier today, and I was like, I'll be damned. These folks have made an announcement today that the university is banning bonnets and durags in classrooms and cafeterias. Now, I'm going to be honest, Reiven almost wore a bonnet here tonight.
I didn't.
I told her that.
Why you lying on the girl? Why you lying on her?
And then Amaya said, do I wear durags?
He suggested a bonnet.
Let's get that straight.
True.
Let's get that straight.
That's true.
I tag team tonight. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. I've been outnumbered all my life. That is no problem.
Set things straight.
That's true.
All right. So, first things first. Okay. What is y'all perspective on this? Again, y'all are HB. I didn't go to HBCU. I just went to a regular Division III school. Wasn't a lot of blacks there as was, but I made the most of my experience. But y'all to know the culture of HBCU, of course, Carolina A&T, and then Howard, even though Howard has got a lot of stuff going on right now, but that's a story for another day. But Amaya, Reiven, give me your perspective on this, because this is a part of the slide on the Shade Room with saying, I get the intention, but Black excellence is not a dress code. We don't need to cosplay white corporate professionalism just to prove we belong. If HBCUs want stronger reputations, improve admissions, academics, graduation rates, and student outcomes. Now that I will agree with, because these folks need administration roles, admin roles, payroll. Guys, something's got to give.
Yeah.
School should not cost this damn much, especially for a piece of paper after 4 years, sometimes 5. Not if you're going for your master's either. I mean, what's your perspective on the whole thing of banning bonnets and durags? Because, I mean, I'll be honest, folks I went to school with, they wore pajamas, bonnets, dudes wore hats with durag. I mean, personally, I could care less. But Reiven, you being a HBCU alum, when you first saw this, give me your reaction.
I thought it was interesting because, though I do understand the sentiment of wanting our students to dress professionally, and obviously, and my mother, she's watching this, I know she hates seeing people go out in bonnets, stuff like that. But personally, I just feel like there's so many other things to worry about. Like, I feel like this is so low on the list of priorities. Like, if we want to match professionalism, then these financial aid offices need to be professional. This housing needs to be professional. We need to work on that. We need to work on these attitudes, and we need to work on the curriculum of our HBCUs. I feel like there are so many other avenues and aspects that need to be improved before we start enforcing dress codes. And I feel like if we improve the excellence in those other aspects, then it'll increase the motivation for students to want to dress professionally and want to carry themselves a lot better in those situations.
She ain't lying. Amaya, she ain't say nothing wrong, did she?
Yeah, no, I was really gonna piggyback on that, because it's like when I'm at Howard and like somebody's in a durag or they're in a bonnet, like my first thought isn't like, oh, they a bum, like what are they doing here? Like that's not like a first thought. Like obviously they go to the school, they earn their spot in the school, they can pay the tuition somehow. So it's like that's never really a thought. And like professionalism, that's never been a problem like at my school when it comes to certain different events and things like that. In terms of going to the dining hall, which seems like the main issue that Tuskegee is pointing out, and then also like in the common areas as well. Like I feel like Reiven was saying, like if students are so concerned about other things, if they have so many other stresses outside of this, if they're worried about their financial aid, if they're worried about housing, if they're worried about loans and all these different things on top of their schoolwork, then no, their number one priority isn't, okay, how am I going to get dressed to go to the dining hall? Like that's not a priority. And I feel like if schools do better with, I guess, being on top of those other things like the dining and then also like the dorms and the loans and financial aid and all those other things, then what they want and the professionalism that they want to have come out of the dress, it'll be there automatically. I feel like it'll just be the way that it is because they won't have to stress about everything else. So I'm probably going to dress how I feel, which is going to be good if I had all my school paid for. So
well, I feel like we're forgetting the fact that these are college students, these are college adults. Like we know at this age, obviously nobody is going to try to go get, I think their like sentiment was like, oh, like you're not going to be able to get a job with a bonnet and a do-rag on. No college age person or anybody is going to wear a bonnet to a job interview or to the job. No. We know better. So this is
especially at our HBCU.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like, I mean, if I had my financial aid paid for, I wouldn't have to put a bonnet on my head because my hair not done. I would be able to pay for the hair. Like, but I mean, hey, but I think, again, banning it, they can of course say like whatever they want about like not having it, but like banning it is just like a stretch for me because it's like you want to put this in place, you need to put a whole
I said something earlier. I said some of these places just focus on the wrong things. Yeah. I mean, those two items are the least of of
The least.
concerns. I mean, who gives a shit what he or she wants to wear? At the end of the day, all y'all care about is obviously the money per student. If they ain't got full rides, y'all care about them grants, some loans y'all give out that y'all want the money back for, and them grades. I mean, focus on that. Focus on how we can improve a higher graduation rate. Focus on how we can lower costs of room and board. I mean, again, we focus on the wrong things. It bothered me when I saw it this morning. I was like, oh, this is sad. I just hope no other schools follow behind this because
no, it's actually a pattern. Because last year, I don't know if you're aware, but Clark Atlanta stated like that freshmen have to wear like uniforms for their first week. I believe
uniform
for welcome week. Yeah. So it's becoming a pattern. I've seen a couple of other schools do it as well. I can't name them on the top of my mind, but
it's
yeah,
okay.
this is definitely a thing that's been happening, and I feel like it's definitely like a battle between like HBCUs trying to figure out how to keep the culture of the HBCU while also making sure that their students are like representing the school well. But I don't think banning certain things like that entirely is the right way to go about that at all, especially during a time like this.
I bet Clark Atlanta charges like what $200 for their to buy the uniform.
I declined the admission, so I don't know.
That's why I got a quick message. I had a quick message sent to my phone that your cousin, who used to be one of my big brothers / mentors in high school, back when I was a freshman, he was actually might have been a senior when I was a freshman in high school. Will Joyce. And he told me to tell you hello because he's watching. He's like, oh, you got my cousin Reiven on. And Will was on many months back.
Oh, wow.
So look at God. Won't he do it?
What's up, family?
Won't he do it? But let's get into it. We got 2026 WNBA All-Star Weekend recap. 2026 All-Star Weekend is already in the books. Second half of the season has already begun. All-Star Weekend, of course, you did not know was in Chicago. But before we discuss the All-Star Weekend, because I do want to talk about, of course, three-point contest, because I was wrong on that. The game MVP, I was wrong on that. But that's okay. You gotta get a lot of wrong before you get it right. But Amaya had the opportunity and privilege to be in Chicago for the WNBA All-Star Weekend. Yeah, we're going to clap for that because that's Black excellence right there. As she was a represent of, as I talked about earlier in her bio, the NBAxHBCU Fellowship. And she was there from, what'd you get in Thursday or Friday all the way through the weekend?
I was there from Tuesday to Sunday.
Oh, I mean.
The load in to the load out.
Okay, well, give us some of your perspective on obviously the opportunity to be there, blessed to be in the presence of greatness with so many different empowerment in the room with, of course, the commissioner, Kathy Engelhart and Engelberg, and then obviously so many different women in sports that were there for that amazing week/weekend. Give us some of your experience in Chicago.
Yes, so firstly, like I just want to speak on like how full circle this is for me. Like when I first came, so I'm a W intern, so like coming in from that, and then like my first W game that I saw was the Commissioner's Cup, so that was like in the beginning of my internship. That was the Aces versus Liberty, and then now I'm here with my first W All-Star. This was my first W All-Star game that I got to watch it in person, courtside, and then like I got to see literally all the events because I was there from Tuesday to Sunday, load in and load out. So everything, orange carpet, I was able to be on orange carpet, got to see all of my favorite players and more, got to see a lot of celebrities and talk with them as well, was able to support a lot of different activations. We had our State Farm activation as well in W Live, so I was able to see Issa Rae, Jake from State Farm, Kiki Palmer, like they were there to engage with everybody, so I was able to engage with them as well. That was a really good experience for me. And then like also seeing the other brands show up and show out, like Nike's activation was really good and inspiring. They had a bunch of spotlighting on athletes, which is something really dear to me, so like seeing them be able to do that and like highlight women athletes specifically was really like important for me to see. And then, like I said, I specifically work more so on the coach account. So coach, of course, was there. They had like a bunch of activations within the city, but also at W Live. So I was able to see them there. Adam Silver and Kathy both came and saw the activation, so I got to talk with them as well. Kathy says she loves the way I dress all the time, so I love the compliment. Everybody was like, Kathy doesn't compliment nobody.
Is that right?
Yes.
How you do it? How you do it?
Yeah, that's as soon as she walked off, I said, "Yep." So that was so fun. All-Star game, of course, was amazing. Got to see Tyla. She's like my top 3 artists, so I loved her. I had a interesting conversation with Duke Dennis, if y'all know him. But yeah, this is actually my second time seeing Duke Dennis. He came to Howard, so this is my second time talking to him. He remembered me, so it was a really funny conversation.
Thank God.
Yes. Then I guess like Shelly from Love Island was there. I was able to talk with her. I don't watch Love Island, but
I love y'all even more. Oh, thank God. Love y'all for that. Love y'all for that. Go ahead, Maya. I just had to act because
fine. No, you totally fine. That's not my show.
I love that.
Yeah, just so many influential people that I got the chance to talk with. Like even the players, of course, I got the chance to talk with them as well. Talk with their teams, their supporting teams, their agents, all of the different sides of everything. Like even the photographers, media, I took the time to talk with them as well when the players were out on orange carpet, and just seeing everything full circle from when I came in and they were more so in the planning process to coming in to this and like seeing it in person and how the fans are interacting with everything we literally spent like hours working on was so like fulfilling for me. And it made me feel like, oh, like this is all worth it for real. Like y'all really like this, like cool. Cause like that was my idea. So like seeing all that in real life is like really cool. And then like also I had to shout out Mayel because like I was able to be a part of some Mayel programming as well, specifically for HBCU students. And that opportunity led me into a conversation with the owner of the Chicago Sky. So I was able to get a really good advice from her, and like she's such an amazing and influential speaker. So like if she has any content, like I definitely say to look that up and like listen to her speak because she gives a lot of knowledge and she drops a lot of gems. So definitely loved hearing from her and then being part of that programming as well.
That's a great experience. That's awesome.
Me and Reiven living vicariously through you. Can
through you because that is great.
God. Hey, Chris, can we get something for that? I mean, Amaya just doing a damn thing. I mean, from
come on, soundboard. There we go.
Yeah.
Tuesday to Sunday from being in Chicago. Let's get down to the breakdown of All-Star Weekend as we discuss the WNBA All-Star game. I know Mrs. Flood won a 3-point contest. That was not my pick, I said last week, so shame on me. That was a dark horse. I didn't see that coming, but she could shoot at UConn, so I should have knew a thing or two. But anyway, as we fast forward, we had Team Spoon versus Team Coop. Team Spoon took the victory 129-122. Kelsey Mitchell led the way for Team Coop, was scoring 28 points, 11 to 19 from the field. Is for Team Spoon. Jonquel Jones led the team with 22 points, 8 of 17 from the field. And we know one thing for sure and two things for certain. Although I was not a fan of this high-ass scoring, definitely not. It looked like the NBA All-Star game for
it's an All-Star game.
Like they gonna play some defense. I mean, you got to play. It's an
All-Star game.
That last week, I said there's one thing I want from this All-Star game. I just want them to compete at a high level, hard, go at it, go after each other. I mean, we got the best. Court. I can't go out there and play 40 minutes of hell, but I mean, we giving up layups. But it was a great thing to watch hand in hand for the All-Star game. But Reiven, I'll turn to you first because we do know that Jonquel Jones has been a veteran in the WNBA and also reminded everyone that while much of the league attention is focused on the younger stars, which we've seen from Olivia Miles and others, she remains one of the most complete and accomplished players in the WNBA. Her All-Star MVP from this year also strengthened an already impressive legacy that she has that already includes a WNBA championship, a finals MVP, and a regular season MVP. She's also, with this historic award of winning 2026 WNBA All-Star MVP, she adds a collection of her WNBA awards from 2021 regular season MVP, 2023 Commissioner's Cup MVP, 2024 WNBA Finals MVP, and then adding this one, 2026 All-Star MVP, becoming the first player in league history to win all 4 honors. So add that to the resume and then some. Already doing the damn thing in a regular season for the Liberty as is, but it was such an amazing ceremony, I should say, afterwards, with her receiving the award with our teammates and coaches, but then more importantly, just seeing her post-game with her interview as she discussed she had a lot going on leading up into this game. We saw the emotions from her with the recent loss of her aunt and her family. But what was your takeaway from seeing Jonquel Jones? Of course, kick gas on the court during during the All-Star game, winning the MVP, adding it to yet another impressive trophy collection that she has in her house. But just seeing the raw emotion with the recent loss of her aunt and then her going out there to dedicate that game and the award to her.
Yeah, I know. JJ, I absolutely love her. She's had such a consistent 9 years in the league. I think this season she's averaging her second highest in scoring per game, and I think third highest in rebounds. So I'm definitely glad that she's getting her flowers and doing everything that she's doing. And I'm so glad that you asked about the vulnerability of this moment, because I think it really shows and speaks to the weight that these players have to carry. I think that her being emotional during that time was a mixture of the grief in losing her aunt, and like she spoke to it, she was a matriarch of her family. But I also think it was a mixture of that and her dealing with the public scrutiny. And honestly, I mean, it's a reminder, the public is ruthless. Like, Jonquel is somebody who's poured so much love, time, energy, points, everything into this organization, into New York, day in and day out. And just when she thought she had the time and freedom to relax around some friends, then here comes the public, shifting the narrative, turning things around, taking something that she said and just blowing it out of proportion. And so to have this weight piled on top of the dark pain that is grief, and like I said, the grief of losing a matriarch of her family at that, I just don't think people really understand how incredibly hard that can be. Grief is such a complicated thing. And yes, in basketball, she might have gotten like a small break away from the feeling, but you just never know what could have been a trigger, what could have made it, just reminded her of what she was going through. The grief and the death was fresh that day. The day of the All-Star game was the memorial service. So she was really going through a lot. So I think her just showing up in general was extremely strong. So her being able to show up and win the MVP, I mean, that's it just speaks to the incredible person, the incredible player that she is. But I hope this moment of vulnerability reminds people to just take a breath, to understand, especially as we go into the next half of the season, everyone, their players, the coaches, the media, everyone needs to understand that these players are human beings. They're dealing with real things. They're dealing with real life things, and they're having to do so on a public stage. So we all need to take a breath. We need to stop being so reactive, so sensitive, stop spreading all the hate and the division, and just move with a little bit more grace, light, and love going forward into the next half of this season.
I don't really know what to say. I think one of the things I look at, and I had the chance to watch, of course, her being on a panel on ESPN with Malika and the crew, is if there's one thing to take away from it, this should be the moment where we should give people more grace. Yes. Especially with the chain of events that took place leading up unto it, her having to deal with that in real time. I mean, it's not like her aunt passed away last week before the All-Star weekend. It was fresh on her mind and her spirit. And for her to still go out there and give the fans, obviously, what they paid to see. And that's seeing her. We know a lot of Liberty fans were in attendance for the WNBA All-Star game, but for her to still be active and still, talk to her teammates and still go out there and play the game at a high level and contribute at a high level, you could see the relief, I should say, receiving that award and raising it up in front of course, everyone in the arena and her teammates. But that's something that we as people have to do better on, because again, publicly, people on the media want to take this as a moment to bash and just say all these different negative things, when a moment like that, when losing someone, should be a moment where we uplift each other or pour into her, because you don't know what she's gone through or has gone through behind closed doors leading up to that moment. So grace would be the word for me. And I think we should all take pride in that, because you just never know, and you got to check up on your people, and you got to make sure your circle's good. But you only can do so much. Don't overextend yourself, because you'll find yourselves being exhausted when that love and the energy is not reciprocated back. So my motto, but if y'all don't know my motto for this year, I'm going to tell you anyway. My motto for 2026 is pour into people who pour into you. It's that simple. If those folks that you hang around or doing things with ain't pouring into you, you have to separate yourself and leave them wherever you wanted to leave them. I mean, I put people in boxes. I've learned that as I got older, boxes. And it's a privilege for people to receive your time, your attention, your energy, and your love and your kindness. And if those folks haven't earned that, then leave them where the hell they going to be. I'm not going to do no. I'm going to let y'all take over. Y'all can take over the ship and get us from start to finish. But we get ready to prepare for the second half of the WNBA season. As I touched on, it already has started. We saw a Liberty win on Tuesday night against the Los Angeles Sparks on the road, 113-109. We know Liberty right now is third in the conference at 16-12, but seventh overall in the entire league. But the push is on for the second half of the season. Amaya, I know you've got to see the players, the coaches, obviously a little bit more loosened, because they don't have to worry about preparing for game day, as All-Star Weekend is a little bit more lighter, a little bit more laughter and joy. But what are some of the players out there, or some of the teams that you look forward to seeing as the second half of the season has already begun?
Yeah, so first, I love, Paige, AZ, those are my faves. And then, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Is there a couple?
Yes. But I've been seeing them since UConn, so it's I love them. And then, of course, Asia Wilson, she's the GOAT in this. She's leading everybody in this. So I love her. I love her outside of the game of basketball. I love how she presents herself in media. And then also, just how she presents herself, and then also with the brand deals that she has as well. So I'm really just watching them, specifically AZ more so on the court wise. I would like to see her have a hand on the ball more, moving forward into the second half. I feel moving into an controversial take, but I do feel the wings pick was more so of a branding decision versus a decision that was actually good for her. I feel there's a lot of stars on the wings team that isn't really allowing her to showcase who she really is and how she was playing at UConn. So I'm interested to see how she plays into the second half, and I'm also looking to see how she will play in the future as well, and if she stays with the wings or if she ends up leaving, because I definitely do think she would play better and have a bigger spotlight if she went to another team. But I guess that's up to the league, and I guess we'll see.
Well, we ain't got no space on the Aces for her. So that's a destination.
That's definitely not the right team.
Hey, Reiven, did you peep when Amaya said I liked her at UConn? They weren't dating at UConn? Yeah, come on. Reiven, what's some teams out there? We know that the Lynx have been at one point before the All-Star break was number 2 in the league, but now they're number 1 in the league at 23-6. Ace are right behind them at number 2, followed by the Valkyries at 19-8. But are there some teams or players out there that you're looking forward to seeing with the second half on the way?
Yeah, actually, you were about to name them. Actually, the top. I'm looking at, not to be really long-winded, but I'm looking at those top 4 teams right now, just because I just feel it's really interesting. Top 4. I'm glad that Fee is back in the mix. I think everything that Olivia Miles is doing, them two together, it's just going to be very interesting to see what they can put together. Just everything that Fee is doing, they're both 2 great players. Knowledge of the game is insane. Footwork is insane. So I think just being able to see how they work together is going to be very interesting, very dominant, I would say. Like she said, like Amaya said, Asia Wilson, absolutely love her. I'm excited to see how she continues to lead the Aces, but I'm also excited for rookie Tanaya Latin for being able to step onto that team. I hope she takes full advantage of the opportunity, being able to be around some experience that Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, like they have a lot to offer there at the Aces with the Aces. So I think that's a great opportunity for her. Valkyrie's absolutely killing it. I mean, Coach Natalie Nakase, everything she's doing there, I love the culture that she's building there. I think that obviously they're very talented offensive wise. Love Gabby Williams. What are you pointing for?
You do know she used to be assistant coach on what team was that? Where'd she come from?
Anyway. So anyway, so absolutely love the culture she's building, but also am just a fan of Gabby Williams. So like I'm excited to see how they can continue to put it together. And then obviously Dallas as well. Like she said, love Paige and AZ. One of my favorite players is Arike. I just love to see the talent that she's putting out there. So those top four are going to be interesting to watch for sure.
You ain't got no confidence in Indiana, Atlanta. I mean, Washington. I mean, like I understand the top four. I understand the top four, but like let's not forget like Indiana, Atlanta. I mean, just saying.
I'm not saying I don't have confidence in them. I'm just you asked me who I was excited to watch.
Okay, all right, so you're not excited to see Atlanta?
I'm excited to see Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
Indiana.
I'm excited to see Atlanta. I love. They actually just get a. I'm thinking they just got a win. I think Alicia Gray
They won on Tuesday, 105-95 on Tuesday.
Oh well, they just got to win. I'm excited to see them play as well. My favorites are the people in the top four, but I'm loving to see what Atlanta does coming back as well.
I'm not mad at you saying Asia Wilson. I mean, number one in scoring in the league, averaging 26 points a game. I mean, I'm blaming you. Third in defensive rebounds. I mean, hey, look. Yeah. Ace is booming, baby. Number one in blocks. I mean, hey, look, hey. Yeah.
All right, you using it too much. You using it too much.
Y'all gotta let me know when I can do it, when I can use it. I'm learning something new.
You just got like three per hour.
I learn something new every day. That I didn't even know that was a trending thing at one point. Folks just going around.
It's late. You late. You gotta get something new. Thank you.
Yeah. What did I just say? About 10 minutes ago. Give people grace.
You're right. You did say that. We're going to give you grace.
Y'all going against the grind, but that's all right. Both of you have been doing such an amazing job. Reiven, you being a current intern at ESPN, working and grinding your way to land that opportunity. Praise God for that. And then Amaya, who has been a part of strategic branding and storytelling. But I'll start with Reiven because you are doing something truly amazing. Amaya, you are as well. Let's not discredit that. But Reiven, you putting your expertise, your greatness on display with the power of obviously doing the work, being disciplined, remaining confident, and obviously your journey and how you've grown through your journey to be able to land an internship at ESPN. But give us a little bit of the journey so far and how you got there, and also your advice to other aspiring women in sports that may want to be in a seat that you're currently in right now.
Yeah. So my journey, starting out in college, I didn't know what. I mean, I knew I wanted to go into communications, but I didn't know journalism specifically. So my advice, I would start with young students as you're getting into college. It's okay not to know specifically what you want to do, but college is exactly for getting those experiences. Try new things, try different classes, so that you know what you like and what you don't like. I discovered that I love journalism because I was trying the productions classes and I was trying journalism classes. And my love for there just grew because I kept trying things that aligned with journalism. And so once I knew what I wanted to do, I was pushing to find a way to get those reps. So Quinnipiac University was a great opportunity. It was a great environment to get reps in journalism. I was getting a lot of writing reps. I was getting a lot of on-air reps. I was getting reps in photography, so photojournalism and things like that. And as I continued to build and try to get those reps over and over again, I learned, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is how I need to advance. This is what I'm doing well in. this is the pieces that I love and I want to lean into more. And so once I kind of had that foundation, I was able to carry that to North Carolina A&T. At North Carolina A&T, I majored in business, so I wasn't doing journalism on a day-to-day basis. So I had to figure out how I was going to stick to my craft and improve my craft. And I did that by reaching out to our SID there, Mr. Brian Holloway. And I just let him know, hey, I'm just looking to volunteer in some type of way so that I'm continuing to work on my skill. And he gave me small things like organizing stats and or going through kind of records and things like that. And I did those small things to the best of my ability. I did those small things as fast as I could, as accurately as I could. And he saw the work that I put into those things and opened up, which that, me doing that opened up opportunities for me to do other things. So he saw how I was working in those situations and he said, hey, I have a position opening up to do sideline reporting. Would you want to try that? I had never sideline reported before, but I was willing to put in the work to figure out what I'm going to need to do that to the best of my ability. My first time on camera was absolutely horrendous. I was terrified. I was stuttering. I was checking my phone, but it's something that I was willing to work through and figure out how to grow in that. And so again, it went back to the reps. I did this at my foundation at Quinnipiac. I had got the reps to improve. So I did the same thing at North Carolina A&T, and putting in that work and getting those reps and being willing to try new things is what kind of afforded me the opportunities that I have today. So that's the biggest piece of advice that I would give to any young person is to be willing to try new things, to put in the work no matter how small the task, and then also to network, meet new people, reach out to people, talk to everybody that you can, be a great and genuine person, so that you're building genuine relationships with people because you never know where they could take you. So those are the biggest things I would say. And then the number one I say to everybody, get right with God. Get your spiritual self. Get right with God. Get your spiritual relationship together. That is going to be your bread and butter. God is going to order your steps regardless of what life throws at you. If his hand is on your life, nothing can be against your life. Nothing can be against it. I just led Bible study. Yep.
There's so many ways I want to go right now with that because as a man of faith and follows the Lord, Amaya, the floor is yours. I mean, you are killing it yourself. First off, Reiven, I got to piggyback because, as y'all know, I was fortunate enough to do radio 2 years in high school as an intern at Signoff Radio, first Black intern that Signoff Radio has ever had in their history. I don't brag about that, but I'm proud of that. Mark Maben at the time was the president of the radio station who gave me an opportunity, and I had already done the homework. So by the time I got to college as a freshman, I was already prepared. Now, what I didn't know was how to properly deliver a broadcast, especially basketball, and then having to transition to do volleyball and having to transition to do softball. And as I got older, my voice has kind of come to its own, but you could probably imagine a freshman Monty with a little squeaky voice. So, Reiven, we all have stories when we start. And the nervousness, of course, your first game, you want to go out there and be as prepared as you can. And you want to do the homework. So by the time the camera's on, you already know. But being prepared is one thing. And then when the spotlight is on you for the first time is another. So I just want to commend you because I've heard and seen those instances where people have been in those situations and they have just completely gone vogue, where they lose their confidence. They have self-confidence issues. You know, they think this profession or the lane is not for them. And for you to be obviously still willing to overcome and build on the reps and look at the mistakes and go back to the tape and critique where you went wrong, it just shows the person that you are, not also as a woman in sports, but as a woman in general, a young Black queen in America. And there's one thing I do. I watch every episode. I go back and watch every single episode. Yes, it's a podcast. I can get up here, be loose, do whatever hell I want, say whatever hell I want to say. But again, when you're trying to put out a good product to the people, you have to be as prepared and punctual as possible. And I have fun with it. Don't get me wrong. But again, just taking notes on what went well, what didn't. Where can I improve on? What I could have done better, or how can I, make my guests more better? And it's my job as a host to uplift the guests no matter what. So I do my best. Actually, I do a damn good job. The hell, I do my best.
Period.
I'm doing the damn thing, but not giving me too much love tonight. But I appreciate you and all you do. Amaya, for you, being currently at Howard, and there's something I have to tell you about Howard after, but I've already put it in God's hands, and I talk to him every day about it.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that later. But for you, are currently being at Howard as a junior, but then having the opportunity to be a part of the fellowship at NBAxHBCU. What's that experience been like, and what advice would you give to the younger women in sports that have aspirations to be in media?
Yeah, so my biggest piece of advice, honestly, would be to use any type of fear that you have as a driving factor. So my fear in literally any space has been what has pushed me to go as hard as I'm going right now. Because right now, if I had a biggest fear, it would be maybe failure or not being in a certain position that I want to be in. So those thoughts, instead of being okay, I'm scared of this happening, or I'm fearful of this being the way that my life is post grad, it's that's not acceptable. I can't accept that. I can't accept working at certain jobs. I can't accept working in certain places or doing certain things. I just can't accept my life being that way. And that's a standard that I set for myself prior to coming to college. Stepping foot onto Howard, I already knew that I was coming to Howard with a certain mindset of that I cannot accept leaving from here with either the same amount of stuff that I had before, or that's just not acceptable. So I made a plan coming in, and made a plan of who I want to be and what my highest self looks like, down to my career, down to my personality, down to my style, different things like that. Even on a personal level, a spiritual level, a mental level, just really, I guess, journaling out who I want to be, and really sticking to that, and literally just not settling for less in that, and using my fear as a driving factor behind that. Literally, when I came into Howard, I was my first sports thing was working in social media for Howard women's basketball team. I was doing that, and it was cool, but I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. So another thing, it's important to know when to pivot and know when you stayed somewhere too long and it's time for you to go somewhere else. So at the time I was okay, should I, what should I do? There's not really much positions. There was social media, there was photography, there was videography. That wasn't what I wanted to do. So I talked to the coaches and I was do y'all have a partnerships team? Do y'all have a marketing team for the women's basketball team? They were no. So I ended up creating Howard's brand development and partnerships team, and I secured deals with Southwest. I elevated our brand partnership with Jordan. I worked with Black Girl Vitamins. A lot of different brands that were influential to building both the Howard Athletics brand, but also our Howard women's basketball team. And in doing so, I had to know when to leave and know when, okay, I can't settle right here. I need to do something that's actually going to be meaningful and authentic for me, which again is another driving factor behind most of the decisions I've made when it comes to any career move I've made, is really just figuring out who I want to be, and also, like I said, knowing when to leave, knowing when to move, and then also not settling for less. And I feel Howard does a really good job of pushing that on people as well, especially for me. It's a very sink or swim environment. So it's if you're not willing to learn how to swim, then you're going to drown, and drowning is not an option for me. So swimming average isn't an option for me either. I'm going to be the best swimmer out there. So it's in doing so, I'm making sure that I'm developing everything that I need for myself, and really just focusing on that as well. And then of course, in that as well, closed mouths don't get fed. So whatever thing I feel I'm capable of doing, or anything that I want, I have the faith and confidence in myself that I will get it. It's nothing is stopping me or anybody else especially Black women, especially in this space. I don't believe in a glass ceiling. Glass ceilings are made from corporations. You can always exceed a ceiling on your own. Like, there's not a ceiling in your own house. Like, you can choose not to have a ceiling. So all of these things are choices, and understanding that and knowing that this is your life, your one life, and using that as a driver to what you're doing. So like, even with me being like just a rising junior now, like everybody of course is like, oh, you're so young, like you have so much time. No, I don't have so much time.
You do.
You don't know.
Oh, you do.
But how do you know how much time I got?
Well,
I say you do have time, but that doesn't mean you don't have to make the most of the moments that you're taking advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
When I say you have time, what I mean by it is it's not going to all happen at once, right? Like one of the things I've been proud of, and as a mentor once told me, is to enjoy life while we journey through it. Mm-hmm. And we get caught up and we need things to happen now, and everything's got to happen on our own time. And I'm trying to get here, I'm trying to get there, I'm trying to get to the next level. Because I thought those same things when I was a junior. You know, like I need to be on ESPN, I need to be a broadcaster for a network or a team. It's like sometimes it doesn't happen that way. And when you have time, like sometimes, like just sit back and reflect on your journey and the things you had to overcome and the politics you had to obviously fight through and the people that tried to step on you to prevent you from getting to the next chapter or a door to open, because people will come and try and block your blessings. And you have to understand and recognize those people and let them know, like, look, no matter what you do, you can't stop me. You won't stop me, because I'm going to get it with you in my way or you out of my way. It's just going to happen. And if God's ready for it to happen, his alignment and time is better than anybody. So take it for someone that I'm not where I want to be, but I didn't give up either. I didn't just allow myself to have a pity party when things didn't go my way. Right? Like, could you imagine being in a position where, like, man, I'm getting ready to intern at Fox Sports and life is about to be so much better. This is great for my young career. I'm getting ready to go out to California. I'm going to be out there all this different for, all this time. And then we've like canceled our internship program. Now what? And obviously during COVID, a difficult time, but again, it was a blessing in disguise. Right? So you are doing it. There's nothing else to even say. I mean, you and Reiven are obviously two different paths, two different journeys, but Reiven, accepting the loss as a lesson. Shit, I didn't do well in my first, on-camera role, and I performed like shit, and I was stuttering, and I was on my phone, and I wasn't prepared. Great. What are you prepared to do now? Exactly. Get better. Being at Howard, opening so many doors and exposure for the athletic department, landing deals with Southwest, continuing to elevate its brand with Jordan, working with different people, creating different avenues. And look how many doors you've probably opened and opportunities you've created for so many others for what comes after you once you are done, and pass the baton to the next person so they can carry what you've done and keep it rolling as the years go on. So proud of you both. I mean, yes, Amaya, you're young. Not as young, but you're young, still learning, still evolving, still growing, still trying to figure out who you are, what works and what doesn't. Then Reiven, on the other hand, who's already graduated HBCU alum, is learning how to navigate in this thing we call life. And obviously being in the workplace, being an intern and seeing the different things that go on behind the scenes and the politics and the people and the attitude. Like, there's so many things that you both are learning. I just think it just speaks to who you guys are to want it. You have to have that hunger, that drive, that it in you to go get it. Because if you're not going to go get it, somebody else is. Yeah. ESPN they don't give interns out to anybody. I mean, if that's the case, then I guess the folks that lives in Bristol, they all be working there right now. But it's earned, not given. And you being, Amaya, part of NBA HBCU partnership and that internship, that's earned, not given. They don't give that out to anybody. So I just want to commend y'all, give y'all flowers, you guys flowers while you're here, because you guys are doing the damn thing, and you guys are sacrificing your summers because, summertime, vacations on the beach, blue water, mimosas, and
okay, don't remind me.
All these different things, which is great, But you guys are putting in the work, and I'm proud of you, and I commend you for that, because what God gives, he also can take. I know Reiven just like Bible study. I can drop a few gems if you want me to. I mean, I can go to Book of Acts. I mean, that's what we currently right now doing at church. We just finished a Book of Acts. Or we're going through the Book of Acts journey. But
Nice,
don't make, I can give you the life of David. Don't make me start up in here tonight. Okay. But I just want to say congratulations. Now, Reiven, something I want to talk to you about, because I told you I would do this. And I pour into people that, although you haven't poured into me, but still, we're going to pour into you and uplift you. Yet. All right, yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Stay with me. It's you and your podcast being the host. Wait.
No, we're doing away with that. We're doing away with that.
Just tag me in when it's my turn, okay?
Okay.
Just tag me in. Just. All right, cool. You having the inspiration to start your own podcast, The Journey. I know it's something that it's one, congratulations on, because launching something like that isn't easy, and the behind the scenes work is something that is another thing in itself. Trust me, I know. But talk to us about the inspiration to start your podcast, as well as where is the storytelling and the journey of where you're trying to get it to.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the heart of why I love storytelling and why I love journalism. I feel like everybody has a story to tell. This journey we call life throws so many different things at us, and people navigate it in different ways. And I think sometimes people forget that and feel like they have to navigate things alone. And so I wanted to create a platform where people can talk about their journeys, where people can talk about the things that they've had to go through, or the things that they're the most proud of, or where they see their journey going next. And I do that in hopes that it not only helps them feel great about themselves, but I do it in the hopes that it helps other people see that and see their testimony and feel better about themselves as well, in a sense that they have a community out there, they have somebody out there that's navigating a similar thing, or that's also had to navigate something hard, or has also done something great. So I think the biggest thing at its core is I just feel deeply that everybody has something uniquely special about them, that God wakes us up every day because there is some type of purpose that he has over our lives. And I want that to shine as much as I can. I feel like genuinely that God is going to use my voice in some way. He's going to speak through me in some way to impact somebody in some way. And I just really want to be the right vessel and in the right position to do that. And so that's just really kind of where the heart of the journey is. It's that storytelling piece, and it's also just that building that community and love and uplifting everybody around us, because it's not easy to live. It's not easy to really do these things. So I think that's the biggest thing.
You got the it. You know, I would drop a gem on y'all, but I'm gonna say that for the end, because I love me some Whitney Houston, but the time is not right to say it and play it and sing it. Because y'all do know I'm a 8-time Grammy Award winner for best shower performance. I've won that award 8 times for my vocals. I mean, man, yeah. I'm getting ready to come out. I'm getting ready to go on tour. Actually, I've been planning dates. Chris, Pat, we that's part of our gone fishing. August, like late August, before we come back, we're gonna have to do like a little something.
Yeah. Well, just let me know when you go on tour so I can go the opposite.
You coming? Opposite? No? You ain't got to show up with Maya? That's how you feel?
No, I wasn't planning on it. I'm sorry.
Y'all should have saw me at karaoke on Friday night. I was knocking them dry. Y'all got.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you thought you were. I'm sure you had a great time.
They were saying encore. When I was finished, they said encore. It was like encore.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got it on video.
Another language.
I got it on video.
Oh, okay.
I was like, y'all want another one? It was like, hell no. I was like, good night.
Right.
Good night.
Right.
I appreciate you both, and I can't wait, Reiven. You know, we gonna support your podcast. We gonna push it. We're gonna uplift it. We're gonna share it on our platforms. We're gonna do the damn thing. But you know, you just make sure when you go through your calendar and you go through your list of people, like, man, I need to do who I'm bringing on. You make sure Chris is first.
Right, Chris first.
Amaya second.
Yes.
And then me.
Nice. Got
or
it.
Put all of us on whatever. Just
Got
saying. We rooting for the journey because the journey is a reward.
Yeah.
I've learned that the good way and the bad way, but I'm gonna take the good every day. You know, they say when you got to deal with the rain, you got to deal with the mud too. When you pray for the rain, you pray for rain, something like that. Give
something
me
like that.
When you pray for when you pray for the rain, you got to deal with the mud too. There'll be no unfiltered tonight by default. I'm saving that for when we return. No unfiltered tonight, but I do have something I want to talk about. Y'all not Sixers fans, right? No Sixers fans here? No? LeBron fans?
I like LeBron.
Oh, shit.
What's wrong with LeBron?
It's episode 75 of Rewind of the Week. Come on, Chris. Damn. All right, on this week's season 2 finale of Rewind of the Week, we take a flashback to last week of the breaking news that transpired with LeBron James officially as a free agent, signing with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year deal. LeBron has publicly came out and announced that this is his last decision. Now, I've had previous guests last week to kind of figure out where would his destination be, rather Cleveland, Miami, New York, possibly Golden State. Philly, of course, was in the mix as he was getting recruited heavily by Tyrese Maxey, who LeBron has worked out with the last few summers with 76ers star guard. And Tyrese was heavily recruiting LeBron along with new teammate Jaylen Brown as well as Joel Embiid and VJ. Now, we do know that this pretty much puts Philly in the driver's seat to win the East, especially if they can get a deal done with Drew Holiday. Hasn't been announced yet, but it's been rumors that Drew Holiday potentially could join the 76ers. But one thing I will say, and I'll let you guys kind of chime in on, is I know that anywhere LeBron goes, the team's got to be stacked. He's got to bring reinforcements. And say what you want. I could care less. I mean, did a great service for the Lakers during his tenure there. Brought a championship in 2020. Some folks say the bubble championship doesn't count. Some say they do. It's a championship. All right, he brought that to us. Although I don't think he's one of the greatest Lakers of all time. I'm not ready for that. Actually, I'll put on the record and say he's not. Definitely not top 5. Not even a 6 man off the bench. So I'm okay with that as well. Debate me later. But one of the things that this looks like for Philly is even if Joel Embiid can stay 75% healthy, even 70, this puts the Sixers right there to get to the finals. Now, we know the season hasn't begun yet. Rosters haven't been completed. There's still going to be a lot of moving parts, trades, signings, etc. But we do know that with LeBron on Philly, rather he's a third option, fourth option. I mean, he's already came out and said he wants to play point guard for the Sixers. I'm not sure how that looks. Rotation-wise, Nick Nurse is going to have a lot to figure out along with his staff. I do believe that with the addition of hiring Jason Kidd as an assistant coach brings a little bit more experience, especially from the guard position and just a knowledge position, because we do know the great work that he's done in Dallas despite them trading Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Folks lost their jobs for that, as I told Ice a few weeks ago. But for Philly, listen, they got to go through Boston still. They got to go through New York, the defending champs. And, even though I don't know where they'll finish, but if they can remain healthy, Philly for sure, it would be remiss if they do not make the finals, because it'll be a failure. I mean, you don't bring in a guy like LeBron James and put the team together with trading for Jaylen Brown and having Tyrese Maxey return and BJ return and having a great coach, Nick Nurse, and not be in the finals. I just don't know. But it's going to be an interesting upcoming NBA season. We do know that the Sixers are going to have over 35 national televised TV games this year as Adam Silver finally gets the opportunity to put the schedule together. And look, the Philly faithful has already embraced him. This is the most love he's probably received being a Sixer, and I think he did. Correction, when he joined the Lakers. So we saw the governor of Philadelphia already declare LeBron James Day.
When
the news was, which is crazy to me. I mean, I know folks party hard on Friday when LeBron signed with him, because I was on a plane and I saw the news and I was like, oh snap, this guy joined the Sixers. And I'm like, he must want that 5th ring that bad, because it's the best spot for him. I mean, Golden State don't have it. Cleveland, does he want a world tour, a fair world tour, going back home? I don't know. I mean, I don't really see him getting along as well in terms of playing styles with James Harden because we know he don't show up in the playoffs at all. And the Knicks, I just knew they weren't going to be a true contender because they just won, and they already have things brewing with Leon Rose and Jalen Brunson, et cetera. And then I just looked at Philly like it's either got to be Philly or there's a dark horse somewhere behind the scenes. I didn't say Philly. I thought he was going to go back home. But then I started to realize, I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, Donovan Mitchell would have probably complimented his game. Darius Garland. But I'm like, Philly, there's something about Philly. And, he's officially a Sixer. What are you guys' reaction to the news of LeBron joining the Philadelphia 76ers? Amaya, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I was completely shocked. I didn't even know this was an option. I actually scrolled past it when I saw it on my feed because I thought it was like a meme or something. Like I thought people were just inserting different jerseys on him. So I was like, okay, whatever. And then I ended up going on Twitter later, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is serious. This is a serious thing. So I have nothing to say to that except that he's closer to me now because I'm in DC. So I will be going to a Sixers game, I guess, sometime soon. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Right now the tickets are sold out. I already looked, and they're TBD because there's still no schedule. So yeah, but when they come back, I'll definitely buy the tickets, and I'm looking forward to see what he does with the team.
I'm upset too. I mean, I live in Jersey, and I like Philly only about an hour, maybe hour and a half. And I'm like, damn, I can't even. And I ain't paying all that money either. I mean, I'm a Kobe guy. I mean, if it was Kobe that joined the Sixers, I'd be like, great, we in the building. But them tickets already over $1,000.
You got to make sacrifices. I don't know.
And seeing LeBron in person is not the sacrifice I'm going to make.
I think I'll make it. I think I'm going to make it.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, Reiven, what was your reaction to the news of seeing LeBron officially announce that he's taking his talents to the Philadelphia 76ers?
Yeah, kind of similar. I was definitely surprised about it happening. I was in the newsroom when the news broke, and everybody was like, oh, I guess this is real. It was kind of the same reaction. Is this actually happening? But it does make sense in hindsight, as LeBron is expressing he wants to win. He wants to make this a championship team. As we know how LeBron is, he makes the people around him better, much better players. He is such a versatile player, as we know. I think Stephen A. Smith brought it up earlier this week. LeBron with the Lakers played 1 through 5. So even though he said he wants to play PG, he could really move throughout this system and make the system what it needs to be a championship team. He's surrounded by some powers in VJ and Joel and Tyrese Maxey and of course Jaylen Brown is motivated obviously after the trade and everything like that. So I mean it makes sense now, and I'm excited to see how Philly treats him for sure.
Where's LeBron at? Because we know Tyrese is probably first option for sure. Joel is the second, or maybe Jalen second, Joel third. VJ, averaging over 18 points last year. He's got to get his touches. So how does Nick Nurse put this nucleus together? Because one, it's going to be one of the most talented rosters that that Coach Nick Nurse is going to be able to has the opportunity to coach. But just the personalities, right? We know what transpired in Boston with Jaylen Brown, rather it's a basketball decision or a financial decision or personal, that comes with Philly. But having Tyrese, who's been having an all-star year last year, there's a lot. So how does Nick Nurse put this thing together? How does he – what's the lineup look like bench-wise? I mean, do you see this as something that can work to get Philly to the promised land? Because we know they haven't been to the NBA Finals since 2001. But on paper, it looks great. But the reality is our ego is going to be checked at the door. Are these guys going to be able to gel together and put out a great brand of basketball that's going to get them not also to the playoffs, but potentially to the finals? I mean, how does he do this? Reiven and Maya, help me out. Do you see this being on paper versus transitioning on the court?
I see it being able to transition on the court. I do think, like you said, there are some hesitations. And personally, I don't know who specific. I think personally, I think it's too early. Maybe not too early. I don't know specifically who is going to be what option and how they're going to work that out. But I do think that if they get through, especially Jaylen Brown, because I know when that like a trade like this happens and you're in a situation like this, like I know you want to come back this season and be that number one and really kind of send that message. And I think that if he can get past those emotions and really put the team first, it's gonna take that type of mindset to really turn this into what we said, like you said, a good situation on paper into this championship team. So I think it's going to have to take some time to see how these players gel. Like what mindset are they coming in with? What mindset are they starting the season with and kind of like work around that. But like I said, I think LeBron is going to set the tone with how he's good with building championship teams. I think he's going to set the tone with how the structure needs to look. And I think the team is going to gravitate around whatever standard he sets.
Standard is key. Quick one. I'm putting both of you on a hot seat. LeBron last year finished averaging over 20 points a game. Over or under that he achieves that this year, Amaya, over or under on 20 points average for the season?
I'm going to go over.
Reiven?
I'm also going to go over. You said he averaged 20 points a game?
In 60 games last year, his average was 20 points per game.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the over.
All right. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 51% from the field, 31% from three. If Joel Embiid is going to be out a lot, which I hope he doesn't,
he's going to have to score.
It's achievable.
Yeah.
But there's one basketball, and there's 5 talented guys on the court at the same time. It's going to be interesting to see. So LeBron James officially Philadelphia 76ers part of the Philly faithful, receiving all that love because Broad Street may not ever be the same again. And if y'all been to Broad Street in Philly, it's a zoo, especially when the Eagles won and Villanova won. I mean, the Flyers. I mean, if LeBron can bring a championship to Philadelphia, I mean, God damn.
Yeah.
But for the sake of being a Kobe Bryant fan, it just won't happen. Sorry. Sorry. He want that 5th ring back. You know that.
Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this just in case.
Oh, it's gonna be clipped. We got Chris. I mean, we got reinforcements.
Chris, make sure by the end of this season, if he get one, we pulling this right back up.
Chris, don't you do that.
Pull it up.
For our last segment of season 2 finale, it is Floss with Moss. Come on, Chris. Let's get this. Well, it's about that time. It's been a journey that has culminated from living in Rhode Island for a year to bringing this to fruition January of 2025, preparing to work in August of 2024, to not taking a break this year when we started this thing in September for season 2 and rolling through each and every week. We even went the following week after Chris had his newborn with his wife. I mean, gratitude and grace to all. Chris was on vacation last week. Well-deserved. Could have easily said, hey, taking a week off from all my other clients. But we still went and did episode 74, which is a great episode. Y'all need to go watch it. Like, subscribe. But as we prepare to end season 2, which has been filled with so much love, overflow, joy, good and bad. I mean, because people have to understand me, right? Working, good days and bad. This is a weekly thing. Every week. Rather, I've had a shit week, good day, shit day, but it always brings me joy and always brings me happiness to have the opportunity, thanks to the good Lord, to do this each and every Wednesday. We've been doing this thing strong, so you can only imagine how many weeks, the minutes, the months, the days that we've had to prepare for this, to obviously get here, and then to get to this moment and this time, in this chapter, in this season, has been something that I am truly grateful for. But it's a team effort. To Chris, to 1990 Studios, to Pat, to Logan, who we brought on this year, to the love and support on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. There's too many thank yous to give. I don't have room for all of them, but you can only imagine. And one of the things that resonates with me when I think about this, and I'll probably take some time in August to reflect, because you won't see me in August unless there's an emergency pod or someone's requesting for me to join their platform. I am on vacation, hiatus, gone fishing. Birthday's in 2 weeks, I think. So we going into August with blessings. But for holding on, for still trying even when it's hard. And the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, I mean, guests canceling last minute or rescheduling issues. Again, it's life. Things happen. Trust me, I know. But to still be able to show up, to still be able to be consistent, to still show up and have the discipline, to still have the drive, to still have the willingness to win, that's what makes me happy. And it's been a team effort from the guests to obviously the crew that I've been blessed to been able to work with and partner with, right? And simple. I just want to do better, think better, live better, love better, become better. That's it. That's all. Pour into those who pour into me. Uplift the guests that we had. Come on. I mean, the amount of relationships I've built, the amount of relationships I've cultivated with this platform for season 2, connecting people offline, giving them opportunities to obviously grow in their own form of fashion, paying it forward, but people trusting in me and the work that I've done and do to be able to say, okay, I'll stamp that. I'll prove that. And I mean, we've had professional players, coaches, referees, folks in the media industry, ESPN, NBC, Fox Sports, CBS Sports. I mean, you name it, I've had it. I've done it. I'm doing it. Young women in sports, Black excellence. I mean, nothing against the other races, because I've had that too. But it's been a journey that I'm truly proud of. And I am so grateful to have Amaya and Reiven here join me as we prepare for our hiatus. Well-deserved. Everyone on the team, on the crew deserves it. They showing up each and every week. They believe in my vision. They believe in my work ethic. They follow my lead. And this isn't something that I don't think anybody can do. It's not built for anybody. I mean, Reiven knows. She'll get to know as she goes on this journey, the things that come with it. Amaya, of course, being her young profession, she knows what it looks like. But let this be full of taking something you want to do, having a vision, as I said before, having a dream. And it's not my end-all, be-all. I mean, y'all know sports broadcasting is where my lane is, where my dream is, and I know I'll get there with the grace of God. But it doesn't happen without guests like Amaya and Reiven. It doesn't happen without a great producer like Chris, who was my third producer. My first 2 were no's. I could have easily thrown it up and be like, all right, cool. Guess I'll put this on the back burner and try again next year. But keep going, turning no's into yeses and having people that want to partner with you and work with you. And I just want to say thank you to each and every guest that I've had on in season 2 in September. Thank you to each and every guest that's shown up every week with me, that was willing to move things around their calendar, that were willing to obviously work with me during each episode. I mean, even the transition phase we went to this year, because if you don't know, I did have a co-host, and transitioning into being solo and the things that come with that and the conversation that comes with that. And again, still the people I work with to believe in me and say, you can still do this, and the love that I received and the people that poured into me. So I can go on and on and on and on. Trust me, I can. I really can. But I'm just truly grateful for everyone believing in this. I mean, you don't get to 75 overnight. And it's gratitude. Gratitude. I wear it on my arm every day. I preach it. I'm a man of faith. I show up at church, Bible study, etc. Reiven knows. And I'm just full of joy, full of gratitude. There's a saying that goes, your blessings triple when you have gratitude. And I have gratitude for everything. Gratitude to have clothes on my back. Gratitude to have food on the table. Gratitude to be able to do this each and every week. Gratitude for Chris and Pat and Logan and the whole GSC3 crew to believe in me and work with me. Gratitude. Amaya and Reiven being here tonight. Gratitude. I mean, it's 11:30 on the East. Gratitude. Still got to drive home once I leave here. Gratitude. And just having grace in everything. Gratitude in everything. Everything in life, good or bad. Showing up at the gym to work out. Gratitude. Bench pressing over 245, gratitude. Warming up with the 100-pound dumbbells, gratitude. I mean, earned, not given. I had to work there, no steroids. But I don't want to get emotional tonight because I told myself I wasn't. I had a lot of emotions coming into tonight's episode. And just thank you. That's all I can really say. Thank you. And I love y'all. But if y'all don't know, as I said, this is season 2 finale, right? I said that. Did I say that?
You did.
I did, right? And
yeah.
You know, we even though it's not my best hat, but it's not my bucket hat, but it's gonna do. I bought this when I was in Puerto Rico. I went there. It was an amazing time. And you know, we going fishing. We getting ready to load this thing on up. Boats got gas, alcohol in the cooler.
Wow.
It's Leo season, the best season. Birthday's coming up. We gonna ready to do the damn thing. So fishing, baby. So
wow.
Reiven and Amaya. Reiven, I'll start with you as we sign off season 2, episode 75. Y'all are part of 75. That brings that. Thank y'all. Where can the people find you on social media? Where can the people support you? As well as what's one message you would like to leave for the world after tonight?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Reiven J Douglas. It's spelled like that, not Reiven J Douglas. I'm also on TikTok under Reiven J Douglas under Reiven Reports. Reiven Reports is my TikTok. And then you can find me on YouTube, Reiven's Reality. That's where you can find all of the Journey episodes. And the message I just want to leave with everybody. One, I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. And just remember, like, consistency. Being able to put together 75 episodes takes consistency, takes determination to push through anything that, you know, may come against it. So being consistent day in and day out is a tough decision, but it's one that's worth it. So put those days together, get up each day, keep trying, and you'll make the progress you want to see. And happy early birthday.
Yes, happy early birthday.
Y'all gonna tell me on my birthday, right? All right, yeah. As long as I got that. No.
Not a problem.
Hey, Mom, if you're watching.
Hi, Mrs. Douglas. Your daughter do not want to wish me happy birthday on my birthday. Damn.
Don't cuss me, my mama.
I'm not at your mama. I love Miss Douglas. I didn't even meet her yet, and I love Miss Douglas. I love all Black queens, okay?
Okay.
Shout out to Miss Douglas. Now, Amaya, where can the people find you, support you, as well as one message you would like to leave for the world after tonight's episode?
Yes, so you can find me at the THEE Maya Christina with a K. That's mostly all of my social media platforms. I guess a message that I would leave is really just never lose faith in yourself and your original vision. Don't let anybody change your vision. If something is what you want it to be, don't let other people sway you away from that. If something is what you're passionate about, don't let somebody take you away from that. You have your vision and your goals for a reason. Those were put in your mind and your heart for a reason. So continue to work towards those and don't let anybody tell you different.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Hey, Siri, play Whitney Houston. I love the Lord. Y'all want me to do that?
I'll be able to sing.
No, I'm not. But listen, to my dog Chris in 99 Studios, thank you for all the work you do week in and week out. Grateful for you as you have been along on this journey. To our guests. Actually, again, it's the last time I'm saying this for a month. But if you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel at 31_GSC3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at 31_GSC3. Greatness in attendance tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as I have been blessed to be put on the pedestal to perform from these two amazing Black women in sports, Amaya Ruiz and Reiven Douglas. Shout out to them, follow them, support them, love them. So thank you to my dog Pat and everything he's done with Hype Designs from day one. He's come on board after, he was my second graphic designer. Yeah, do y'all see the evolution of even when you told him you got to
keep going.
To my guy Pat and to my dog Logan, who came on this year and has been an immediate contribution to the brand as well as to the platform. So thank you, Logan, for all the work that you have done and continuously do as we continue to journey while we journey through it with the Rewind. We'll be back in September. NFL football season will be upon us. Amaya and Reiven will be back in some form or fashion. I might see Reiven here as a co-host. I just never know. You just never know. Mike, happy early. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to Tyson Michael Jackson. Not sure who that is, but thank you. I appreciate it. August 12th, Leo season. We are here. The best season alive. The Lions roar and soar. Whoa. Just because of you had some bad experience with Leos do not mean you get to.
I've never had a bad experience with Leos.
So the thumbs should be up. Put the thumbs up. Don't do that.
No.
My grandma always told me, boy, don't go nowhere and wear out your welcome. Don't wear out your welcome on the Rewind. But look, brothers got to go. All right. Brothers I got my shit. Brothers got to go. We got a boat to be on. We gone fishing. So to Reiven, Amaya, Monty signing off. This is episode 75, season 2 finale of the Rewind. We'll see you guys back in September. And I'm so grateful and so honored and so blessed to be able to show up here each and every week to give my guests the business. But we ain't have to do that tonight because I took it easy on Amaya and Reiven. But they're going to have to come to see me when it's time for business, which will be football season. All right, go Patriots, go Lakers. Y'all know what time it is. The Mets are doing terrible right now. They got to get together. Cowboys still won't win the NFC East or Super Bowl, Chris. Sorry for the loss. Ohio State is losing Michigan this year. But don't even worry. August is going to be a God month. Happy birthday to me. Early birthday. I love y'all. I thank y'all. This is The Rewind. We will see you in September. Got to go now. Got to go.